The sun hung low in the Egyptian sky, casting shadows across Alexandria's sandstone walls. A warm breeze, tinged with salt, carried the distant calls of merchants and fishermen, enveloping the city teeming with ambition and intrigue. On the banks of the Great Nile, Cleopatra VII Philopator, the last pharaoh of Egypt, confronted a pivotal choice. Her palace embodied her heritage, grand architecture blending Hellenistic and Egyptian styles, its walls inscribed with hieroglyphs narrating the tales of deities and rulers past. In this opulent yet tense space, Cleopatra grappled with the clash between personal desire and national duty. In a private chamber, sunlight filtered through linen drapes, casting delicate patterns on the alabaster floor. Shelves filled with scrolls of math, philosophy, and governance reminded her of the vast knowledge she'd amassed since childhood. This library was her sanctuary amidst court chaos. Cleopatra's beauty was legendary, yet few recognized the sharp intellect in her slate-gray eyes. She carried the heavy burden of ruling amid the serpentine political landscape, with Rome's ambitions, embodied by Julius Caesar and Pompey, hanging like a storm cloud overhead. At 21, Cleopatra understood the precariousness of her reign. A descendant of the Ptolemies, she inherited not peace but internal conflict and the challenges of being a woman in a man's world. Betrayal and loss marked her past, her father's reign clouded by treachery, while her brother Ptolemy XIII's rise was overshadowed by ruthless plots. As the sun dipped behind the horizon, thoughts of her recent meeting with Caesar weighed heavily on her. Their relationship had blossomed from political necessity into passionate alliance. She felt the pull of Roman power through his ambitious gaze. His affection could either save or ensnare her kingdom. The weight of her choice deepened, each moment drawing her thoughts toward an alliance promising greater security. The Nile's echoes mirrored her inner turmoil, a witness to history's blend of love and war, urging her to decide. Her fingers brushed a tapestry depicting the gods, symbols of her claim to the throne, but the solitude enveloped her, filled with doubt amidst the court's bustle. Night deepened, crystallizing the gravity of her predicament. Aligning with Caesar meant war against her brother, oblivious to the conflict he had ignited. Did he perceive her as family or threat? As dusk painted the chamber, she lingered by a window, contemplating the stakes of her decision, caught between ambition and the welfare of her kingdom. The vibrant life beyond her walls reminded her of the people whose fate lay in her hands. The decisive moment approached. To position herself within the Roman framework and risk becoming a pawn. The legacy of Berenice loomed large, her ancestors' unfulfilled dreams starkly resonating with Cleopatra's fears. Yet a softer voice whispered courage, the warmth of Caesar's hand, the unity they could forge. The garden's scents tugged at her heart, tempting her with promises of hope and innocence, while confronting her perilous choice. Finally, a knock shattered her contemplation. Pothinos, her trusted advisor, entered with urgent news. Caesar had triumphed over Pompey and approached Egypt. Cleopatra's heart raced at the gravity of the moment. There was no retreat. Her dreams entwined with power, and she recognized that her ambition was now intertwined with the fate of nations. "We must prepare," she declared, resolve firming her voice. "Summon our ally." Skepticism flickered across Pothinos' face as he warned of dissent. What ifs do not forge alliances, she asserted, her intensity revealing a commanding queen ready to engage a tumultuous world. As day turned to night, the stars began to appear, each one a reminder of history's relentless march. Cleopatra grasped the enormity of her choice. It transcended personal ambition. It was about the trajectory of Egypt itself. Standing at the crossroads, she felt the crown of responsibility settle heavily upon her head, a heavy ornament adorned with purpose. In the delicate silence, Cleopatra inhaled deeply, preparing to step into a future woven with ambition, uncertainty, and hope. A legacy not yet penned, waiting for her decisive ink to touch the parchment of time.